planning to stay in America for the rest of your life. You have family, you have children who are growing up, going to school, going to work, etc., etc. It's extremely important that we as the Muslim community be involved in the political process of this great country of ours, America. Whether you want to be involved or not, that's your choice. But if you do get involved in the political process, you may be able to help bring about new characters, new players, bring some new representatives who are going to be able to represent the Muslim community in the political arena. Thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we currently have approximately four senators who are Muslim, that you all probably already know. That would be Ilhan Omar of Minnesota. You got Rashida Tlaib from Michigan. You got Andre Carson of Indiana, and you also have Keith Ellison. I also recently had a pleasure of meeting the Muslim mayor. His name is Ali Sajjad Taj. He's actually the mayor of the city of Artesia. That's the point I'm trying to make. We as Muslim community, we need to be involved in the political process of this great country. The election is coming up this year. If you haven't registered to vote, you want to register. You want to register as a Republican, Democrat, Independent, do it. We need to be present. We need to be out there. We need to show our strength. We need to show that Muslim community is part of the American fabric. We can no longer isolate ourselves and be in the corner and say it's none of my business. Islamophobia is not going to go away. The only way we're going to be able to combat Islamophobia is to stand up for Islam, to stand up for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to stand up for the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. So we need to be involved. We need to be involved in as far as having civic engagement, political engagement. We need to have social media engagement. We need to have these engagements. The reason being, just to let you know, for instance, as far as the civic engagement goes, it's important that no matter what city you live in, if you're in Torrance, you're in Carson, doesn't matter. We need to be involved in the city hall. We need to be able to bring in Muslim mayors. We need to bring in Muslim senators. Well, that's actually senators for the House, but council members who are going to be in the city. Just to give you an example, I used to work in Carson many years ago. The mayor of Carson is Filipino. People who are in the city hall, who are running the city, are Filipinos. They have extremely huge impact in the city. I myself, I live in Westminster, California. If you come to Westminster, you will see that the Vietnamese community have totally transformed Westminster. Their mayor is Vietnamese, council members are Vietnamese, everybody is Vietnamese, we're running the whole city. And if you go there, every corner, they build a Buddhist temple. Every corner is a Buddhist temple. How did that happen? Community, collective effort. They all get together, put their powers together, and try to develop their community. Look what's going on in Glendale, the Armenian community. Go to the city hall. Everybody's Armenian running the city. Go to Inglewood. The Afro-American community are all over running the city. Where are the Muslims? Where are we? Which cities are we running? Which cities do we have an impact on? Only a few. Just a few. That's not going to be enough, my respected brothers and sisters. We need to step up to the plate. We need to stand up for righteousness. We need to stand up for the truth. According to a recent Pew Research study that was done, non-Muslims who knew a Muslim had a better view of Islam. That's how important it is to get to know non-Muslims and invite them to Islam. Not to force Islam on them, no. Deliver this the message. Even with your own action, they see you praying, such a nice person, it has a great impact. Another Pew Research was done, this one is extremely kind of shocking. According to the recent Pew Research, Muslims who migrated to America, the study that they did, they found out that 50% of the Muslims who migrated to America, guess what happened? Their deen is gone. Their iman is gone. 50% out, gone. But then look at this. They found out another 50% fills in the vacuum that was left behind. And who are they? Non-Muslims. Who are the non-Muslims who are embracing Islam on a day-to-day basis? Our Afro-American community, the Latino community, Catholics, many other people out there who have no idea about Islam. They actually are embracing Islam. So even though we're losing 50%, but guess what? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala replaces that 50% with new people. Didn't Allah tell you, if you don't come into my path, I will replace you with somebody else? Didn't Allah tell you that? So that's how it is. It's extremely important that we have political presence, that we have political activities, especially with this new year, make that this new election that is coming up in November, it's extremely important that we be present. The other item I wanted to mention to you is about having political presence in social media. Social media is a great tool that can be used in order to defend Islam, defend your religion. Just to give an example, if any time I'm on social media, whether it be Facebook, Twitter, whatever, don't just go in there and put your own photo and flirt around with everybody. What's that point? What we need to do, we need to use this tool that Allah has given us for the purpose of good, not evil. Whenever I see on Twitter, Facebook, or someone has posted a negative image of Islam, guess what? I'll immediately respond to them. I said, who told you this is Islam? Please bring it down. And if they don't bring it down, guess what? I report them to Facebook. I tell Facebook, this content is Islamophobia, is hate speech, and then you know what? They take it down. Don't be silent. Just people are putting a lot of misinformation out there. Stand up. Stand up for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You need to be active. You can't just go in there and put your own personal information and try to, try to look good in front of people. That's besides the point, my respected brother. Use the social media tools that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has granted to you. Use them in a proper way to give da'wah to the people and give the correct message of Islam to these people. The other aspect is the interfaith engagement. We need to have more and more interfaith engagement so our community gets involved with other communities, the Christian community, Jewish community, so that way the more they get to know who we are, the better it is for us, because we're going to represent the correct message of Islam to the American people. Nobody else out there has to speak for us. Whoever goes out there commits all kinds of mistakes, terrorism, whatever you want to call it, don't attach to our religion. It has nothing to do with our religion. Sometimes when I talk to people, when I meet Christian friends, I have a few, I tell them, let me tell you something. Don't never ever associate terrorism with Islam. This is a narrative that has been created and has been attached to us to bring our deen down. Just in the old days, if you remember, if you had a German friend, they used to be careful with the German, don't associate with them, they could be Nazis. Or don't associate with Italians, they could be the mafia. Now these days, the narrative, don't get involved with Muslims, they could be part of the terrorists. Or don't get involved with Catholics, priests, they might be molesting your children, stuff like that. We need to eradicate this idea and to come up with a new tie, a new narrative that's going to replace terrorism. It wasn't a war on terror, it was a war of error. That's all it was. It was an error, it was a mistake. It's our reputation at stake. We need to stand up for Islam. We need to be out there present and try to give the correct information to the public so they have a better understanding of Islam and the Muslims who live in this country. My respected brothers and sisters, remember one thing. None of us are here by accident. None of us here by chance. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, from His wisdom, infinite wisdom and knowledge, have brought you here to serve your purpose. Find your purpose. What am I here to do?